Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about microcontroller and embedded system laboratory, that is of part B, hardware programming. Here we are going to study or discuss some prerequisites for the labs to be conducted on hardware programming. These are the list of programs. Or experiments that we have to carry out on the part B using the ARM7 TDMI, that is LPC2148 microcontroller, and we have to use an evaluation board to perform all these operations. So these are the list of experiments which we will further discuss later on. But what is this ARM7 TDMI LPC2148 evaluation board? This is what exactly the board on which we are going to perform all these experiments. This is a board layout. Just to brief of this board, we have an ARM processor which is used as an ARM7 TDMI, that is LPC2148. In this, actually, this evaluation board, we can find out some more components like seven segments LCD. Here we are going to use for DC motors, and this is for stepper motor, and we have 4x4 keypad. Whenever programs is returned to this evaluation board, the program has to be dumped into this microcontroller. To do that, we are going to use the serial port through which actually RS-232 serial port through which we are going to program it. And some more functions are available on this one, particularly for temperature identification, temperature observation, and many other functions have been included. So as the experiments, we can look into those things in more details. This is what actually the ARM7 TDMI, which consists of 64 pins. Among these 64 pins, we have 46 pins to be used for the different general purpose I/O operations. So 46 pins are used for I/O operations, and rest of the pins are used for controlling and the controlling signal purposes. So how these 46 pins are accessed into the programs, because these 46 pins has to be used into our programs to send the signals to these pins, and or to receive the signals from the pins to the device connected. So for that, we need to make this 46 pins in certain configurations, and we have to identify some registers which are associated to program these 46 pins. Among that, we just know this, what is the pin connect block. If you just see this pin connect block, on each pin we have multiple functions. The multiple functions, in the sense, here we are going to have 4 different functions associated on each pin, and the 4 different functions are GPIO, that is general purpose input output, universal asynchronous receiver and transmitter. We can use the same pin for timer and counters, and one more pin is reserved. So all these 4 operations, 4 functions to be carried out on this pin is controlled by a pin cell registers. We observe 3 pin cell registers, that is 0, 1 and 2. What is this pin cell registers? These pin cell registers are used to define what functions to be carried out on the different pins. Like as we have seen, 4 different functions are there. So using those 4 different functions can be obtained by setting up 2 bits of pin cell registers. Pin cell registers are obtained as 32 bits register, and this 2 bits of each pin cell registers are going to represent the functions to be carried out. For example, on 0, 1, the first 2 bits, lowest 2 bits, LSB of 2 bits, if it is configured as 00, then the pin 0, pin 0 of P0, pin 0 will be acting as a GPIO for port for GPIO operations. That pin 0 is going to operate as an GPIO operations. If the same bits are configured as 0, 1, then it will be acting as an UART. So like that, actually the different operations, different functions can be defined on the pins. Just to give you one more example, if for example if the 6th and 7th bit are configured as 00, then the pin 4 of the microcontroller will be acting as an GPIO port 4.0. So this is how actually the pin cell registers are used for making the pins to be used. Pin cell registers are used to define what type of operations to be carried out on the microcontroller. By default, all the pins will be of GPIO. Now we have some more registers to be understood with LPC 2148. We have two 32-bit general purpose IO ports. Port A, which is of 32 bits, and they are directly connected to the 32 pins of the microcontroller. Port B is, again, because we have identified 46 pins are used for the IO operation. 46 pins are used in the microcontroller for IO operations, and among these 46 pins, 30 pins are used into port A and 16 pins are used in port B. Now again, further, this port 0 and port 1, they are controlled by 4 different registers. These are the registers through which actually we are going to program in our microcontroller. So if you are going to oftenly find out these registers used in the programs. These registers and pin cell registers are combinedly used to program all the microcontroller operations, like you can send the data to the microcontroller, or you can receive the signals or data from the microcontroller to the various device attached. So to just example, this IO pin is just going to give the status of what is the status of that particular registers. So again, this IO pin is used in different combinations, like IO 0 pin or IO 1 pin, IO 0 pin or IO 1 pin. So if it is IO 0 pin, then it is related to port 0. If it is IO 1 pin, it is related to port 1. So like that, actually we have IO set. So this is used for setting the values onto the pins, and this is for direction, whether if it is GPIO, then we need to define the directions, whether it is from the microcontroller or to the microcontroller. And again, we have one more register called IO clear, which is going to reset the pins which are used. So all these are coming in the form of IO01, IO0 or IO1. So these are the two combination of registers which we normally see. So in general, these are the registers which are used for making the programs in our microcontroller hardware programs. In further, we will see directly the different experiments one by one, and how these registers are used over there.